You too for your second interview and in the new year for my 20th season of 2026. It's great to have you back.
Wow.
Fashion Dolls, we are back. TGIF. Happy Friday, January 9th. And welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. And we are back with none other than Kevin Leroy for his second interview. Now, we did our first one, I want to say, back when the pandemic was going around 2020, 2021, 2022. It's been
Yep, I
so
remember.
long. And my co-host Johnny was with me. So send Johnny his love. He is still with me, but very special surprise. EJ will be joining me back Saturday next week. So who knows
Okay.
what I've been cooking up in the new year? But I have a very special guest here with me. Also, I've been talking about her throughout the week on the show. This is my baby. This is Coco. This is my
Hey.
5-year-old toy.
Wow.
Yes.
She's
And I
pretty.
told you guys that I was going to bring her on the show with
Yeah.
me. She is very fancy over here, all in my dress, like licking the dress and
Wow.
everything. So that's why she's been down in the camera. But how have you been? How have the holidays been for you? How did you spend the holidays and ring in the new year?
You know what? The holidays were spent with family. We had a good time eating as usual. Mom, dad, everything like that. Just our family traditions that we always hold. Everybody had a good time. So we just bring in the new year with you know plans and things like that, just like usual traditions, like we always do. Yeah,
Yes, 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 yes.
yeah,
As always. And I was telling my guest this yesterday, Ellen Margareta Norden. I was saying that the holidays is the best time to be around family. Like
yeah,
it's always a great time to be around family and spend time with the ones you love. And then of course the off days, but we know all of us in the business, we're
absolutely.
always on set 24/7. Shout outs
Absolutely.
to my girl, Chef Sky, my beautiful mods. Chef, my baby. My baby Coco, she is here. She's down here, you guys, in my lap. So if you see something moving around and me look down, that is me watching her. But yes, I've been talking about it. I told you guys that I was going to bring her on the show. But 2026, what are you?
Yeah, 2026, we got a lot of projects coming up, more than what we had in the last year, of course. Have another feature coming up, feature film, and working on a segment in Austin, Texas. I'll be flying out in February for that. So yeah, things have been a little bit been kind of you know twirling and going in the right motion, right direction, of course.
And it's going to be a lot more in this year also too. And I'm looking forward to it because
Yeah.
even when me, you, and Johnny sat down together, our first interview, you were working on things and you're still working on things.
Yeah.
And then when I seen when you posted a new headshot, I said, okay, he's working on something.
Yeah.
And I couldn't put together, but I'm like, he's going to drop it. So I have to have
Yeah.
him back on this season
Yeah.
to get back into it. So how does it feel to be back into the swing of things in the new year of 2026? Like I was just telling one of my girlfriends that I went to school with. She asked, "Girl, how did you bring in the new year?" I stayed in most of the time, y'all. So I was
Hmm.
whereas everybody else was out celebrating and watching the fireworks, everything inside most of the time sleeping.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I told her and then when January 1st hit, I said the first thing that I did when I got up was I'm waking up and allowing, I'm thankful for allowing God to let me see 2026 because I didn't
Yes.
even think I was still going to be here, but we're still here. My grandmother, who's in her 80s, is still here. So that's living proof and
Uh,
living testimony that great
uh,
things are coming for each and every one of us in this
yeah.
year of 2026. So
Wow.
how does it feel to be back in the swing in a new year, a new atmosphere, everything?
It's electrifying. It's great. I'm excited again. I would say like 2026. I've been kind of caught off guard at some of the projects that have came at me right away. So I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Mm.
So I'm excited to see, just with what we have going on in motion now. I'll be starting like a YouTube channel here shortly of my own. I'll be having a presence there, being able to have a voice there. So I mean, like I'm really seriously excited about what's about to happen this year. Oh yeah,
And it's gonna be more to come, more to come,
I
more to
received
come
that.
in the
Yeah,
horizon.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, and we were just talking this week about the manifestation that if you put it out there, that it will happen.
yeah,
And I was telling everybody that creating a vision board, going about goals and plans and writing it down, documenting everything, and then putting it into fruition. And I want to give another shout out to my colleague Bubs the God. He hit a huge milestone. 1K subscribers here on YouTube. So y'all
wow.
head on over and subscribe to his channel. He said that he put that on his vision board, Kevin,
Mm,
and it happened. I predicted back last year in 2025, I said, you're going to hit that 1K in
wow.
2026. And just sure enough, for he did. He posted the announcement. I didn't get a notification or anything about his announcement because I'm sub to his channel. We're in the group chat, we talk and everything. But I
Yeah,
didn't see it until he posted it on Instagram here in the community tab. So I'm just like, he did it. So that's how powerful manifestation is.
yeah,
So for you, what else are you manifesting in this year of 2026? Of course, more acting roles, more things.
yeah. Well, I live by a vision board myself. I have a vision board. I believe in affirmations, speaking those things that be not as though they were, declaring over certain things. And what I've just been focusing is just like, just definitely like, there's other areas that I've been wanting to advocate in, even if it's dealing with youth, and I want to see those things manifest as well. So yeah, I'm just wanting to manifest some of those things too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the youth, I'm so glad you've mentioned that because we was just talking not too long ago with a gentleman, uh, Carl Hamilton, and we were talking financial literacy and
Okay.
educating the youth and making sure that we
Absolutely.
keep the next generation informed. And
Yes.
one thing that he said in that conversation was make sure, because they put everything in a book for each and every one of us to read. They put it in a book. The things they didn't
Mhm.
want you to know, they put it in the book. So it's important that we are educating our youth, the next generation.
Yeah.
You're a father, Kevin. So have they started to get the gist of the business and everything in the new year and the new season and the new atmosphere, everything?
Yeah. I believe it's important to just pass down legacy, pass down the torch,
Oh,
and that's what
yes.
I mean by just advocating for the youth is I believe that all this stuff we can't hold on to, we want to pass it down, you know. So what better place to start with the next generation, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that it is important that we teach the youth young. I have a 2-nephew, and this is she's 5 years old. So well behaved. Wherever my mom goes, she is attached at the hip. When she sees me put on a hat or something, she knows that I'm fixing to go out.
Ah,
So she follows right behind me. She's
she's
attached
right
to all
behind
of
you.
us.
Right
And she
behind
won't unless
you.
my mom will move. So
Yeah.
very well behaved. This is my mom, me and my mama's baby. And
Wow.
but my nephew is already picking up. I've told y'all about my nephew, already knowing sign language. Kevin,
Mm,
he knows how to say, I've had too much, I've had enough,
wow.
no more. He knows how to use his hands to do sign language, y'all.
Mm,
These babies are learning young.
wow.
And the daycare worker where he goes to daycare at was like, you do know that he can walk. The parents told him, you do know that my mom, well, his mom and my brother told the daycare worker, you do know that he can walk. You don't have to pick him up. So he's already walking, already talking. You give him Mickey Mouse and he's okay. He's in a phase where he loves all things Mickey Mouse. It
Wow.
has to be Bluey.
Who?
Already learning. at a young age
Wow.
and more, and then some to come. So that's just an example. Make sure that you are educating, make sure that you are keeping them informed.
Sure.
And my mom, thank God for our library down here. They were giving away free books.
Mm.
They had a box full of free books, and she just picked out all of these different books for him for Christmas. So that was his Christmas gift. She gave it to him in a big Santa Claus bag. I'm like, where did you get this?
Wow.
It can fit her in it.
Wow.
So she put all of the books, all of the toys in there for him, and he was satisfied. He was complete. He loves his Mickey Mouse.
Mm.
But my mom also wanted him to learn about education as well too. So she gave him a book on Langston Hughes, and it's a book about rhyming and teaching you how to rhyme and
Know
form
exactly
sentences.
about.
So at a
Yep.
very young age, these type of things is important for
Hmm.
our next generation out here.
Yeah.
And for anybody else that has children out here or youth that watch Style by Stevie, because the majority of my audience is more so adult than anything, but also, yeah, college as well. And a lot of the people that watch my platform that have college experience or whatever, they will come in and say, well, I've learned this and this and this. So it's important that each one teach one in this generation, especially in the business for the new year. So tools of the trade is what we call it in beauty school. So you got to
I like.
learn the tools of the trade. You have to learn the ins and outs of the business. And that's something we covered in our first interview with my co-host Johnny
Yeah,
as well
I
too.
remember. Oh yeah.
Kevin and Johnny sat down. We were talking about literacy because see, Johnny does nails. He has his uh, interior car brand. He has all of these things. And in the business for the youth that is coming up, you have to be able to have different streams of outcome or multiple irons in the fire.
That's true.
Especially now. It was one actor that I sat with last year. Shout outs to Akil. And he was saying that, hey, yes, I do acting, but I do this as my job as well too. So
Wow.
I do, lift or whatever it is like that. This is my way. He was very blunt and transparent about it.
Mm.
And I think a lot of us have to have those side hustles as well too in the business, like cutting hair, um, cutting grass, learning. Another thing that Carl said when he was here with me as well too, he was saying that the dollar game, the dollar. Well, let's see how much you can get to $12 and keep counting and counting and counting and saving. Learning
That's
the
good.
value of a dollar is important as well too. So that's something that we have to teach our youth as well too, especially in the climate that we're in, is balancing and managing money. And that's something my mom was very adamant about. Y'all know
Okay.
I'm a hair and makeup girl,
Yeah.
and and she says, you spent how much on a palette, and what does the palette do? So I mean, um even now being 32, because at the time I think when we did my interview back when with Johnny, me, Kevin,
Mhm.
and Johnny, I think I was in my 20s. But now being 32 years old, I've learned that you have to save, you have to invest. Not everything is going to be given to you. You have to work for it. And the
Got it.
majority
Mhm.
of my audience members that watch Style by Stevie, they are hardworking people. And they're just like, what my parents told me is the same thing that my mom and dad told me, which is you have to invest and you have to save your money. And that's key and crucial. And I wanted to ask you, Kevin, how are you instilling that to the next generation, to the ones that you're mentoring as well too?
That's, you know what, that's always been a topic that always comes out of my mouth, like no matter who I'm talking to. And we always talk about investments, and there's a lot of guys like a lot of books I like to read, like Robert Kiyosaki, and um, Dave Ramsey, Total Money Makeover, things like that. I'm always trying to implement those strategies to people around me all the time, because I believe in those systems. I've used some of those systems, and I'm just a walking billboard when it comes to that whole thing. I'm financial about finances the whole way. So yeah, yeah,
And for anybody else out there, there's so many courses that can help you if you're looking to learn how to balance money and
oh yeah,
manage money as well. I
mm-hmm,
want a lot of us to take advantage of this as well. And my mom was like, well, she's found flyers and things around across town,
yeah,
about taking classes. There's computer classes for adults. There's adults who
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to work with computers or don't know how to manage or balance books and everything. But my mom,
Yeah.
she's taught me the ins and outs as well too. And I also want to give credit to my beauty school instructor, my cosmetology instructor. She also taught me the tools of the trade about when you go into a hair salon, and Kevin can attest to this because men go to the barbershop.
Oh yeah.
Product placement is everything. That's what she taught me. So you guys already know what I'm hinting towards. Miss Stevie wants to tap into the beauty world. So watch out, Riri and Beyonce and Taraji, because
Come on
hair
now. Come
care is
on now.
where I want to go next. That's something that I put on my vision board, is that I would
Yeah.
love to come out with hair products. I would love to go into
Ah,
makeup,
ah.
fragrance. I'm like, Rihanna is has this multi-million dollar empire, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I would love to do. I'm not going to put my name on something if I know it doesn't work. So I'm going to put it out here. I want to make sure that I'm involved in every single thing, whereas most brands, believe it or not, the name is on it, but the person wasn't really that involved. They had chemists and all of those things, but they really didn't seeing over it. So I
Mm.
want to make sure that if I'm putting my name on a product, I want to make sure that I'm involved in every single detail. I want to know what the smell smells like, the quality, all of that. Presentation is key. So that was one thing that my beauty school instructor taught me, because when we would have open lab in beauty school, um, in the back, me and the other girls, because it was 23 of us,
Mm-hmm.
we had hair products. It was hair products galore. I mean, from what is it? What's a brand? Matrix and Paul Mitchell and
Wow. Yes.
so many others on the racks. So product placement that taught
Mm.
me even about hosting this platform here, Style by Stevie. And Kevin, I think, has checked me. Made a mistake. You spelled my name wrong. The guests will, and you have to be willing to accept constructive criticism in this business as
Yeah.
a host of the platform.
Yeah.
So again, product placement, that goes into product placement as well too, because you're not going to just put a flyer out there and you've got the
Oh,
person's
that's
name misspelled or you
right.
made a typo. So I think Kevin had to remind me of that, and a few other guests that I've gotten as well too, and that it's like now it's perfect. So I don't mean to intentionally do it, but it also gives me the opportunity to go and play with colors. Colors are a key thing as well too in sales and distribution.
Yes.
Now, Carl, when he was here, he used this as an example. He said he used Nike. He said Nike. What do people know Nike for? And Nike, people know Nike basically for the check mark instantly. When we
True.
think of Starbucks, we see the green and the lady with the wild hair on the cup.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, we see the orange, the brown, and the pink. A way of marketing with color. And that's what I've learned about Style by Stevie. So real inspiration, and I think I explained this to Kevin and the guests as well too, because I know you guys are like, where did you get the inspiration for the logo? Ricky Lake.
He's Ricky Lake.
The only difference, the
Love
only
Ricky Lake.
difference
Remember
is
Ricky
if you
Lake?
look at her eye and her name
Mm-hmm.
in Ricky, the eye it has like this little arrow thing over it. Style by Stevie doesn't have the little dot over the eye.
Okay.
So when I
That's
did it, I
interesting.
said I wanted it to be very reminiscent of a newspaper, very reminiscent of Ricky Lake, nostalgia. So if you
Okay.
go back and you look at her logo and look at her name, the eye has like this little arrow thingy over it, but mine doesn't. So I said I want people to have a nostalgia. And for each season, we're going to do a different color. Last season, season 19, it was blue, silver, and black.
That's
This season,
smart.
and I chose green because when you're going into a new chapter, a new dawn of your life, you think of nature. Of course, you think of uh, the stones. I thought of emerald as well too. So I did like a whole mood board, and I just looked on Pinterest, and I'm just like, what do I want the color to be? I'm like, I've already done pink.
Mm.
Yes, y'all seen pink. Okay, can't do that one. This season, green, because you're in a new health journey as well too. If you guys follow my story, I've been on a weight loss journey and documenting it every step of the way. So I said green would be perfect. Great health, great wealth, prosperity,
Yeah.
and not only just that, but renewal. So That's why I chose the color green. And
Mm,
again, product placement means everything. So when people, I didn't drop any, I've been dropping hints. I did the Beyonce thing and I took the picture down and dropped it. So people were like, why isn't the picture there? So that was my strategy. I took a page out of
mm,
Beyonce's book with that. And I didn't drop the picture for what the new logo and everything was going to look like until close to the date of that New
wow.
Year's. Yes, was it New Year's Eve was when I dropped it. And people were like, okay, season 20, boom, boom, boom. So they love it. And I'm glad y'all love the green color. So when you see the green hearts in the comments, that's what it means. It means renewal. So I'm pretty sure you're going to see more coming in.
That's brilliant.
But
That's brilliant.
product
That really is.
placement is everything. Product release is everything. And a lot of artists are very strategic about that as well, too,
Yeah.
about how they want their albums to be released. And Cardi took a
Yeah.
page from her as well. So she didn't release anything in what, approximately 5 years.
Wow.
And this is her album. So when she came out with the promo for the album, you see the black hawks, you see the black birds flying, and it was a whole thing. Placement is everything. Marketing is everything.
Shoot.
And I have someone that will be coming on the show as well to talk about marketing. Shout outs to my girl, Dr. Debrina Sandifer, Ishurient Arts, Black filmmaker, and so much more. And we talked about Black wealth and financial literacy. Again, all of these things that help expand Black filmmakers, Black entrepreneurs, and Black businesses because it is so many that are out here. They're just like,
Mm.
what can I do to get involved? Kevin, what gems would you give to up and coming filmmakers in the new year? Feeling that with technology shift, with AI involved and everything. And I must say, use that to your advantage. I've seen a lot of creators here on YouTube take advantage of that. Shout outs to my brother Demario King Jobs here on YouTube. Uh, Genius how he opens his videos. You actually will think that it's him, but he did an AI video,
Mhm.
and the model looks just like him. And all, he walks just like him. I said, okay, sure, brother.
Wow.
So placement is everything. What advice would you give to up and coming filmmakers in the year of 2026 on marketing and branding and getting themselves out there?
Um, my advice would be like I would say that take take full like when it comes to opportunities, making sure that like okay, so if you don't know the answer to something, I believe like there's always somebody that does. So don't be afraid to invest
Oh,
even finances into a certain. If you don't know how to do your videos, pay somebody that knows how to do it. You know, there's always ways that you can get around it, but I feel like this is all about investments. So use those investments to the best of your ability. When it comes to like, the I believe the industry is always changing, and we just have to learn how to flow with it. When it comes to AI, I'm all for those
yes,
tools. Definitely all for those tools. Um, but never neglecting your creative uh, virtues that you have inside of you. So just make sure. Like I would say, my advice would be just make sure you just you know staying consistent with all of that. Oh.
consistency is key 26. So make sure that you are consistent with this. Even with me doing this platform, I take my days off, and even in Kevin can attest to this for us in the business and entertainment business. You're taking those days off, those breaks off, but you're
Yeah,
also behind the scenes working on what's going to be the next, what's going to be the next move.
yeah,
And a
definitely.
lot of artists, shout outs to my colleague Alvin, tit for tat, this and that. Alvin, I want you to meet my baby. You guys have seen her. She's over here being a busybody. This is Coco, and she is my 5-year-old toy poodle that I was telling you guys about. So, yes, you guys will see the outfit of the day. I'll post that at the end of the show. But we were talking about, if you just came coming in on the tail end, We were talking about expanding in the year of 2026 as far as filmmaking, directing, and producing goes, and promoting yourself more.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to promote yourself. Get yourself out there. Let people know what it is that you're doing. I've had people, shout outs to another one of my colleagues, Conscience, and he asked me a question. Can I do for you? I said, you already show me so much love. They shout me out. And shout out to my colleague Alvin. Whenever I do a panel, we have so much fun. Uh,
Mm.
Me and my other colleagues on the panel, whether it's the Sean, Bubs, we all shout each other out. So it's like we're in this close knit circle. Form your tribe that will root you on, that will encourage you, and not only encourage you, but that will also promote you as well too. And they have reposted. I have done clips on my page of things that have happened on the panel, so you guys can go and check that out at Style
Wow.
by Stevie underscore daytime.
That's
Uh,
good.
and it's like we're in rotation. It's like we're in sync. So in unison, we're marching in unison together. And that's how it has to be in this business. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who will do the same thing like minded as well.
Yeah.
And who will also help you get your brand out there and promote. So
Right.
you don't have to pay me anything. I just repost. Thank God for the new repost feature, that little square
Mm-hmm.
with the arrows on Instagram. Press that, and all you got to do is repost.
Oh yeah.
And people will keep doing it. People will see it. They go to your post, they like your post, and they will do the same thing, follow suit. They'll repost it. So keep that information flow going. In 2026, especially as Black filmmakers, as Black creatives, we have to make sure we are pushing the information out here as
Yeah.
the creators. We are responsible for that. So
Yeah.
the stories and things that we want our people to see, we have to make sure that they're getting out here.
Yeah.
And shame on y'all for looking down on the ones who were on Tubi out here, because Tubi is an amazing outlet for you to put your films out here. Filmmakers, it's so many by the dozens,
Yeah.
and you
Tubi
can
is
go
Tubi is
and another
Tubi is good.
person.
I have
Absolutely,
a
and it's a
project,
great outlet.
second project. My second project is coming up. It's gonna be on Tubi. My other one's called In Either Way. Check it out. It's a good film. Yeah.
Y'all
So
stay tuned. Stay tuned. Promote it and put it out there.
yeah. So
There's
yeah,
Tubi,
something on
there's
Tubi
so
right now.
many.
It's good. Yeah.
Prime, that there's so many that you can put your projects on. Make sure that you're
Uh-huh.
getting it out there. Even here on YouTube would be great. You can do shorts, you can do reels.
Yeah.
Um, if you guys follow, I always try to post a clip in the stories as well as on the page from, just like with today's interview and throughout this
Okay.
past few, and I'll give you the link. You can go and check out the full thing. So it's all about making sure that the information gets out there to the people. Even though I restrict it, because IG has me restricted because I said some very colorful things about Miss. I don't get out for
Oh.
parole until November 14th of
Okay.
this year. But yes,
Right.
that's a whole year. But
Uh,
I'm using YouTube to my advantage. And people, I'm seeing my subscribers and viewership and popularity go up here on
that's
because of
good.
all that are sharing or repost. So there's always a blessing in disguise, as many times. And ladies and gentlemen, my colleague Bubs the God, a snake shade that you threw at me when I fell asleep on the panel. Again, congratulations, Bubs. I am so proud of you. He hit 1K subscribers,
Wow.
y'all, and I predicted it just
Congratulations.
last year. I
Yeah.
said he's going to get that 1K. And I was telling Alvin that in the chat, tit for tat, this and that. And we all are in the circle together. And I was telling him, I said that you're going to hit that 1K. And Buzz was like, no. Alvin was like, well, sure, you are, you are. Coming in, welcome as you're coming in, Lotus Egyptian Flower. So y'all at Bubs in the chat and congratulate him. All of my colleagues and family are here, Short Stack family. We are here with Kevin Leroy. And we are talking about promoting yourself in the year of 2026. He has a couple projects that'll be coming out in this year. as well as my guest yesterday, Ellen. So you're going to see a lot of new films coming out this year. So you guys stay tuned. And for those of you, if you're just coming in, I see you, Deshaun, another one of my colleagues. My baby is here that I've been telling you about. So she's right here on my lap. This is Coco. And if you see something moving around or me look down, it's me making sure because she has been licking this dress over. I don't know what it is. I just took it out the pack and wearing it today, and she is over here licking it. But yes, uh, 2026 this year, and I'm envisioning more for each and every one of us. That's actually a key word that I put on my vision board is more and courage. And I put
Mm.
those words on there because going into a new business, and Kevin, you know this as an actor, going into the business or starting off into the new year or going for a role or auditioning, it can be nerve wracking.
Oh yeah.
Nerve wracking. And I've done interviews on platform. I'm nervous. I'm like, you shouldn't be nervous. I'm the one that's nervous. And they're just like, relax, you got this. They've invited me to come on the platform and I would do interviews and I'm the one that's nervous. And they're just like, you don't have to be nervous about anything. So it's just like it flows naturally. And
Mm.
even some guests that I invited to come on and sit down with me. And I think Kevin even said, what's the questions going to be about? Because he was very inquisitive about it at first. And what I do is I want people to feel comfortable with sitting down and having a conversation with me. And it's the same when I did my interview with Bubs. Bubs can tell you because he's been on the platform twice. And Bubs, we got to set something up again, more collaborations, and he's looking to do more collaborations as well too.
Right.
And when we did our conversation, it was just like it was so natural because it was like we already knew each other. And we have a mutual friend, Conscious TV. Again, shout outs to Conscious TV. So y'all please go and check that conversation out. I was just pouring into him. I had to try to hold back tears when I did my but I it flowed. I just smiled throughout there. I wanted to cry, but I'm just like, no, you can't. So you got to keep it together. But it's just impact. It's just the impact that people have that you would never know that they're watching you, and that your feelings and that you're genuine. All of these things and so much more. And it's natural for each and every one of us because going into a going into a new setting and sitting down with a new face you've never sat down
Right.
with before. What gems would you give, Kevin, to people on getting out of the nerves, shaking the nerves off and everything?
You know what? It might sound funny, but like I read a book a long time ago by Joyce Meyer, Do It Afraid. Um, just do it afraid. Just do it. Just do it, and just be confident in who you are and just show up. Just show up. Yeah.
My goodness, my goodness. And that was something that I keep picking on him. That was something that Bubs was saying in one of his lives is going into this year. She's back, Chef Sky. Alvin, she's back because you guys were asking. My girl is back. Y'all at her in the chat. I see my beautiful mod here. You guys, welcome as you're just coming in. That's what it shows. You shows up to appear. Well, yes. Hard work and dedication and consistency. And I know a lot. Yes, absolutely. I know a lot of us get nervous going into new jobs, going into new act roles, whatever it may be. Uh, Even me doing interviews, and the biggest one, and I told Kevin this and Johnny as well too. And I think this was after a few days, or in the next month after I did my interview with Vanessa Williams. Y'all knew how nervous I was when I did that interview with her,
I
but
remember
y'all
that.
said we couldn't tell because it was so natural. It was like talking to a friend or a sister. And I would have expected her to have this diva like personality, but no, she was down to earth. She was, of course, drop dead gorgeous.
Mm.
And I was just like enamored when she popped up on the camera. No makeup, and she came in. Hair was beautiful, face was beautiful, and she said, "Hi, how you doing?" Y'all watched the interview, so you know what she said. Those were her words, and I was just like, "You can't freeze up. You got to go in here. It's time. It's the moment of truth.
Yeah.
You cannot mess this up."
Uh,
That still to this day is one of the biggest, or say we've watched and we know you've sat down with da 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 da. And then there's some that they'll mention to me, and I'm just like, I don't remember I did this interview. I've done so many. This will be 900, 940 something. I don't know. It's more to come. But when she popped up on that screen, it was just like, okay, get it's time to get professional. Don't fan out. Don't fan out. And most importantly, don't let her see you sweat
yeah.
over how beautiful she is and how amazing she is. This is a woman I've had pictures on my wall of. I went in the hair salon and
Right.
flipped through magazine covers and she was there. So I mean, you have to make sure that when you're going into your purpose, make sure that you're going in with bells and whistles on. And 2026 is the year for it. Yes,
You had to show up then. You had to
You
do it
had to show
afraid,
up then.
right?
You had to do it afraid, right?
it was like moment of truth. I was just like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" Like I wasn't nervous, but I was dying on
Understand.
the inside, y'all. But y'all couldn't tell it though. I'm like, this is Miss America. This is the woman you've watched all of her music videos. Again, seeing pictures of her in hair salons everywhere. Emulated her your entire life.
Yeah.
How she would style her hair, her makeups, her fashions, everything. You cannot mess this up.
Wow.
But one thing I've learned from that interview is she taught me to continue to be my authentic self. And that was
Mm.
something that she said as well too. I asked her what would she go back and tell her young self, and she was just like, "Wow." And I asked her, what was it like being Miss uh, America, being Miss America, and not only that, but American women. She wrote a whole. She said, uh, I wrote about this in my book. It's a lot to tell you.
Mm.
She really broke it down. But what I would say to anybody in 2026 going after your purpose is making sure that it is most importantly sincere, that it is genuine, and it's going to be a whole lot more to come for each and every one of us. So
That's
stay
true.
tuned and stay consistent. There's a lot coming. And yes, Bubs, we definitely need to do a collab because it has been a minute. He's already been on the show previously, and all of us together in the panels when we have our camaraderie, Alvin, Deshaun, Harold, Spicy, or Chef Sky, and so many others, we each feed off of each other's energy. And it's just like we hype each other up. We
Okay.
repost each other's work. And
Wow.
that's what I want you all to do going into this year of 2026 is to make sure that you're being intentional and be persistent about whatever it is that you're, wanting to pursue in your career and your endeavors. So that's what I would say. But the next topic before we close out, because it's almost closing hour, fashion dolls, and then we're going to take some questions from the dolls here, my admin, my short stack family. I will be ready to do the panels mid-February, and I'm looking forward to it. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I will be a lot more collaborations, and I just two that I have coming up next week. Of course, now's the time is going to be coming back on the show Monday with me, and then Saturday the 24th. Me and my co-host EJ, because EJ wasn't in that interview when me, Kevin, and Johnny did it. EJ at the time had to step away because he had to work, and his schedule was crazy. So it was me, Johnny, and Kevin. But EJ will be joining me back this Saturday, and we're going to try to do it like every Saturday, get into the topics and the things. And then we would all together, the same thing with Kevin, interview guests. So we would all, and the guys would do it their weekend, and then it would be my weekend. So we're going to be doing that. So a lot more collaborations in the year of 2026. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and do collaborations. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't like collabing with people, but trust me, you network, you get yourself out there, pick their brain and find out what their interests are as well. So the next topic that we're going to get into, Kevin, is film festivals. Are you ready for film festival season? I had to ask that question because it will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
And then the Met and so many things. So, film festival season, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
yeah, I am. I
Yeah, I am. I
one project we have
one project we have
some of the team they're gonna submit
for the team. They're gonna submit
project that we just
project that we
short film we
just
just did. Yeah.
short film we just did.
So
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah, definitely.
And this year is going to bring about a whole lot
Hmm.
reviews. So make sure that you guys are staying tuned for that as well too. Um, of course, March is Women's History Month, so we're going to be
Okay.
celebrating that, and we have some amazing women coming on the show, myself included, hosting the show with other women. So they'll be coming on. I know you guys were looking forward to more girl talk panels, so I have to talk to the girls and see if they're interested in doing more girl talk panels because it's different to see all four women or at least five women's perspective. And I think Kevin came in on one of the panels, and it was me and three other women as well too, and our perspectives on life and changes and so many things. But our schedules have been crazy. I know my girl Simone. Shout out, I call her my baby sis. I'm big sis and she's baby sis. Uh, she walked the New York Fashion Week last year. So I mean, the ladies have been busy. If we can get our schedules all on the same page and in the accord, it would be great. But I also have another segment of ladies as well too. So I call us the Southern Girls. We've got my girl Nikila Leaky Brown from the Texas area, and we've got my girl Hope Ellis from the North Carolina area. So we're the Southern Girls. So I mean, we've got the East girls from the East, and then we got the so I mean, but it's collectively all black women, and it's gonna be amazing. I've been talking to the girls. I did a post, and Faith, I said we got to collab. So we got to make sure that we're doing something. So stay tuned for that. Just giving you guys a little foreshadowing of what we can all expect to see for each and every one of us as well too. This is the time for community. As an introvert who learned how to be a little extroverted, I appreciate living in this age. We can build also through cyberspace. Just keep building. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
And that's how powerful the internet is. That's how powerful the internet is to be able to connect my family in the short stack movement. And I think it was either Harold or Bubs that came up with that name, the short stack movement with pancakes and syrup. So I was like, okay, this is cute. This is catchy. And it's like all of my colleagues in one group, we're always sharing information and ideas with each other. We're doing calls collectively. And that's what it's going to take in these next few years is making sure that you have community in a tribe behind you 100%. And I tell my mom that all the time. Sometimes, you know, and it's so crazy how the roles have reversed to be mom to my mom when she literally birthed me and brought me into this world. And I'm giving her advice when she would always be the one to give advice. And I would tell her, you know, sometimes you do need an extra helping hand. You can't do it all by yourself. And I told my mom it's all about balance. I literally had to take Miss Thing right here to the groomers. So my mom went to the handle some paperwork or something one day. And I'm calling her, and the groomers is right around the corner from my house. I had to get up and walk all the way around there, toting her back. So it's all about balance. My mom was like, "You did what?" You know, because she was gonna come back and we were gonna ride together and go to the groomers together to pick her up. And they were fixing the clothes. So I'm just like, well, I can't waste time. Let me go get my baby. So she was the last one there, and the other dogs were gone except for the ones that were there, the owners of that establishment. And I said, you know what? Let me go get her and walk back home. Walk back and walk back. And my mom came back and she was jumping up, happy to see her. So it's all about finding balance and maintaining balance. It takes a helping hand. And I want you all to know that going into the year of 2026, don't be afraid to reach out and ask someone for help and be intentional about doing it as well too. So I'm thankful for each and every one of y'all. And we're going to take some questions from the audience and then we will wrap. It was so great catching up with you, Kevin, as always. And I would
Yes,
love to
always.
bring you back again in the spring.
Sure.
And
Thank you.
good
Yeah.
news, y'all. Your girl is officially booked for April. So more shows to come. And I'm super excited about it. So
Okay.
thank y'all all, your love and your unconditional support, the reposts, the everything. Y'all show me so much, and I just can't thank y'all enough for it. There's a lot of great things that are coming for us in this year, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it. So let it shine. But do we have any questions for myself or Kevin or Miss Pris? I call her Miss Pris Coco right here. Fashion dolls. Oh my God, I'm sure that I've all the comments. That is what you show up and appear, and it's like, voila, I'm here. Yes, yes, and to the Sean's point, off days. Make sure that you are recharging and rejuvenating. I did a show. I want to say the day before Christmas Eve. Yeah, it was the day before Christmas Eve, and that was what now's the time. And after that, I took that break. And I wound up falling sick on Christmas evening. It was crazy. And then I had to wait that period because I
Yeah.
originally supposed to and do an interview with somebody. And then they wound up getting sick. So it's like, oh Lord, what am
Wow.
I gonna do now? But then it happened. Season 20. We're in the new year. And it kicked off and I never left. So you have
Mm.
to take those break periods. Listen to your body. I'm telling you. And even with me, as consistent as I try to be with this platform,
Yeah.
I try to make sure that I'm giving myself breaks as well. Because Kevin, you can attest to this. It's overwhelming when you're on set or on call 24/7 and you're juggling at least 100 different projects and you're
Hmm.
having to rehearse lines, remember your lines, everything. I'm telling you, you never give up on what you're doing. People are listening to you, and you've got that you are going through something because people are trying to take their identity. Oh yeah, and I remember Deshaun telling me that there was a time I wanted to give up doing style by style. I said I don't want to do this platform no more, and he stopped me. He said, "Don't."
Yeah.
Beacon of light to people. So don't stop doing what you're doing. And if that means that I have to keep continuing to keep spreading joy to the viewers, I will continue to keep doing that. As long as I have oxygen and life in my body, I will keep continuing to be that vessel for each and every one of you, getting you through your dark days. Because I've gotten so many emails and DMs from people saying, Miss Stevie, thank you. Even after the interview, and I think Kevin and a
Good.
few others messaged me saying, thank you. I had a great time. Boom, boom, boom. And then some of the messages that I got from my guests was just like, I wasn't feeling my best, but thank you for giving me life, for giving me hope. Because my mother always told me is that the energy that you put out, be ready for the energy that you're going to get back. So if you're
Yeah.
putting out good energy, which is what I do, I have not only this baby here, but this beautiful black cat that just came out of nowhere. It's a stray cat, of course, and it's very friendly. And if you guys follow my stories on Instagram, I had, you know, I've had a fear of black cats, and I think it's ran in my family from my mom to my aunt. But I've
Wow.
always been the mysterious one. I don't know what it is about Scorpios. We're very mysterious and mischievous. So the cat just came out of nowhere, out of the woods, when I was walking, and then I had to run in the morning as well to exercising. And the cat just gravitated towards me. I started petting it. So, oh my God. It's a beautiful cat, and I just named it. I said, Black Cat, these beautiful piercing yellow eyes. Midnight. And I named the cat Midnight. I can't keep these two together though, because we know dogs and cats don't get along. She chased after Midnight. So yes, the cat is big. I'm like, girl, you see how the universe works, and animals pick up off of your energy. So the cat just gravitated towards me. Every morning, Midnight just comes out of nowhere and lets me pet it, will walk with me, will walk in front of me and try to literally sit there on top of my feet, like on my shoes and everything, like she's gotten attached to me. So they instantly know they feed up off of your energy. And I say that to say this: what you put out is what you're going to get back. So if you're giving out good energy, people will sense that, animals will sense that. And the cat just gravitated towards me. So it'll come meowing and purring out of nowhere, and I'll scream, Midnight, where have you been? So it'll be in my neighbor's yard, it'll be where I'm walking and everything. Onyx. Oh, you named yours Onyx. Midnight is very mysterious. Midnight will roll over and want you to rub his stomach just like a dog. So, I mean, again, animals pick up off of your energy. And that's a key indication that people sense your energy as well too and your vibes. And that's what's more important. Like right now, she's calm, she's relaxed, she's sitting on my lap. She stopped
Wow.
the licking of the dress. So it just goes to show you that when you are in your element, people receive that. Beautiful black cat, you see how the universe works. You gave a present because that means you are special and you are meant for this platform. People are going to see us. And I Deshaun. See the power of manifestation? We're taking questions now so that you guys have self or Kevin, and are y'all enjoying the conversation? If you are, y'all know what Chef Scott just did in the comments. Give me some green hearts if you're enjoying the conversation. And also sound off and let me know, what are you wanting to be intentional about doing in the year of 2026? What do you want to work on? And I've already given you guys what I want to do. I want to not only continue to host Style by Stevie, but I also want to step behind the scenes and produce, write, direct. And I keep picking on him. I know he's in here somewhere. Bubs, my colleague Bubs, and Alvin as well too. They produce their lives. They direct their lives, how they want the time to be, how they want everything to be organized, their slides, their pivot points, all of those things. That's what I would love to do, to be
That's great.
behind the scenes of, producing and directing. And Kevin can attest to this as an actor, as a
Mhm.
writer, as a filmmaker. You are in charge of what story you want people to know and what you
True.
want them to put out there. And there have been so many stories that have been told that resonate with people, and they're just like, wow, I know someone who's been through this or encountered a similar situation. And even when I was doing it on Instagram, the same thing that people are doing now, which is sharing their stories, their experiences, because they know I'm a safe space. And Style by Stevie will always continue to be a safe space for people to come and just pour into each other. And the people in the comments, they don't even know each other, but some of them do. Like I said, with Alvin, with Deshaun, with Bubs, we know each other. And then Chef Sky and then K2 at each other in the chat. And it's because of the bonds that I've created with each and every one of them. And those things that are precious to me, that I choose to cherish. So definitely. And there's
Yeah.
a question for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next,
Yeah. So the
um,
next.
well, I start shooting here
Well,
next week.
I start shooting here next week.
Um, what's the name of this?
What's the name of this?
Crabs in a Barrel. I think the name of the
Crabs
film
in a
is
barrel.
called Crabs in a Barrel.
Hmm.
Beyond
Crabs in a barrel.
Treachery. So you can look
Beyond
for it on
Treachery.
YouTube.
Look
I
for
mean,
it on
excuse me,
YouTube.
Tubi.
Excuse me, Tubi.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Also, like I was saying before, I have a
Also,
segment
like I
coming
was
up in
saying
Austin,
before, I have a
Texas. I'll
segment
be
coming up in
shooting. It's an
shooting.
episodic
It's an
down there
episode
in Austin, Texas.
in
Yeah. But yeah, I do
Austin, Texas.
definitely.
Yeah, I do. Definitely.
So you guys have to stay tuned. Make sure you're following him. And when the clip is posted on Instagram, the information will be
Thank you.
posted. And Chef
Thank you.
Ladybugs, Chef Scott says that she will. So, do we have any more questions, fashion dolls, for myself or Kevin? And are y'all ready for next week? We have more amazing guests coming on. This journey will continue. Again, we have a goal to meet. So, lots of hard work. My goal by the end of this year, 2026, is to get to at least 1,000 interviews. And right now, currently, we are like as I'm looking at the, oh my God, we're currently right now at 940, y'all. So, my God, we got some work to do. And we'll get there. If I hit that 900 last year, we're going to hit that 1,000 this year. So we're going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep being consistent. And that's another thing I want to encourage you to do as well too, is to keep going. And look at there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
This is
definitely.
a special occasion.
Special
Definitely
occasion. Definitely
worth dressing up for.
worth dressing up for.
And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're back in the year of 2026, and I want you all to be prosperous in this year, to be intentional, and to not only be intentional, but if it's something that you want to do, like open that business. I know we get discouraged.
Same here.
What is their
Same
reaction going
here.
to be to it? Get tired of seeing me in the year of 2026, and they're just like, I started doubting myself. All of these things as I'm prepping, because I prepped for what I wanted the fashions to be, what I wanted the background and everything to be, what guests I wanted, all of that. uh I've been planning since what, 2024, I want to say, for this one right here. So this one's been in the making. For season 19, I said, you know what, it's got to be perfect. Shine. Shine
Can
was
I
the theme.
can I
Can I
Chef
can,
Chef speak?
can,
Can I follow you
Jeff speak? Can I follow you
on IG?
on IG?
Yes, they're going to follow you. And I will have his information posted so that you guys can go and follow Kevin, and you can check out all of his projects as they're interested more.
Okay.
And almost every single guest that I've had on the platform, they wind up going to check out their work and they love it. So you guys won't be disappointed. Amazing actor, outstanding work. And
Thank you.
not only that, but make sure that you are going and supporting all black. I've sat with so many here on this platform. I've lost count. There's so many filmmakers and directors and producers. So make sure that you're supporting whatever Kevin is doing. And also Bubs. Again, Bubs just hit a huge milestone, and I'm so proud of him. And he poked fun at me because I fell asleep in the live that we celebrating on with my microphone on, and I was snoring. So it wasn't nothing ladylike about that at all. And he all love. But y'all make sure that y'all go and check that out. We had a have a great time when, if we're not on Alvin Tit for Tat's panel, you'll see me on Bubs's panel or in the chat somewhere, or either conscious. So we're all in the circle together. So it's just like we're coming into the house and everything, and we are raiding the fridge. Like what's her name on Living Single? Every time she would come over the house, Maxine.
Yeah.
Max would always come in. That's us. We come in and we raid each other's refrigerators. And what I mean by that is we always are in the circle and proximity. So we already know the routine. I'm always falling asleep. Harold said that I shut down like a PC monitor. Yes, Harold said that. And read the comment and I script. And I'm just like, I laughed. I laughed and I screamed reading that. I'm just like, I can't help it though. Being a full time host of this platform, taking care of my mom, it's all about balance. And it's just like, you have to make sure that you're getting those 8 hours in. But I try to make sure that I stay up and I'm alert and aware to everything that's going on around me. But we always have a good time. So here we are. So before we close out, Fashion Dolls, I'm just a rambling. What else do you guys have any more questions for myself or Kevin before the year, or just let me know who you would like to see come on, who you suggest some guests. And I said that I wanted to get more involved and interactive with you guys as well. I do reply back to your comments on the gram, but I want to know your thoughts, your opinions. Who would you like to see on this season? And if not this season, the next season, who would you like to see me interview? So throw me some suggestions and some hints. Durant Searcy, shout outs to shout outs to Durant. He says, you know what? Let's go ahead and get Duran Bernard on the show. So I'm like, we're manifesting that. We're manifesting the Taraji P. Hensons and the
Mm.
Duran Bernards in the future. I already had Vanessa Williams and Tommy Davison on the show. So I mean, those were
Wow, that's good.
and last year as well too. So that was another big one. But who knows what the future holds? In talks with some people. So we're gonna see what everybody's schedule looks like. So you never know what's up my sleeve. And they say, how does the expression go, y'all? Alvin, I'm pretty sure y'all know it in the comments. Stevie, you look marvelous today. Thank you, girl. Thank you. And a very special thank you to Melanie Nalama Bridges for making sure that I am right every single interview, every single look. It's because of that woman. And you guys know that I have a team of nothing but women behind me. So my mom, shout outs to my cousin who I had on the show. She's also one of the contributors here at Style by Stevie. My cousin Sherry, who I'm gonna bring back because y'all love her as well too, and she's already got the hang of it. Y'all have gravitated towards her. And when she comes on, because Deshaun, and I was speaking with Deshaun, I said, Deshaun, it's like y'all don't love me no more. Y'all love Sherry now. I've talked about it so much, and then I've had her on the show, and y'all are screaming her name in the comments and stuff. So, yes, I will be trying to get my cousin back. And I'm so proud of her. She won a beauty competition, Miss Full Figured NC, North Carolina. She came in second place. So you guys can go and check that interview out. And the ladies from the pageant were in the chat as well too. So thank y'all so much for showing cousin, my girl. Again, she's one of the contributors here at Style by Stevie. My mom also has a say so. And then Melanie is responsible for the way my face or my hair looks every day. So it's beautiful. So a very thank you. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm gonna let Kevin take it away with the final thought of the day. What gem would you give to people as we come into a new year, hopefully of prosperity and more to come for each and every one of us? What gems would you give?
You said what, Jim?
You said what, Jim?
Yes, what gems would you give to people for the New Year's?
I would say
I would say
perseverance. Just have the tenacity to stick to
just
what it
have the
is
tenacity to stick to what it is
and lock onto it and just keep at
and
it.
lock onto it and just keep at it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what I would say to each and every one of you is they think that using your imagination or dreaming is for kids. No. And I remember sitting down with a actor, and I can't remember his name right off the bat, but I asked him, why did he start so late? I want to close the show with saying this. It is never too late to follow your dreams. It is
Never.
never too late to go after whatever you want to do. I have literally read stories about people who are almost my grandmother's age in the late
Wow.
70s or in their going into 80s or 60s, whatever, going back to school and graduating their masters. It's never too late to go after whatever it is that you want to do. And I want you to know that it's never too late. Write down your goals, get yourself a to do list, write things down. I don't know if you guys, there we go. Get you a to do list, write things
Mm.
down, put them into perspective. If you can look at my little tray my mom brought me over here, and I'm about to do after this, Miss Pris goes back into the living room with my mom because she getting there. She's like, "Where's mommy?" Okay, the other mommy. But what I would say is get yourself uh, a notepad a cardboard, anything, write down. And it's never too late to put things into perspective. When you make a word for the new year, it's like putting the pieces of a together in your life. And I want you all to know that you're putting things into perspective. You're thinking, what do I want my life to be like in the new year? All of that and so much more. So that's what I would close the show off with. And with that being said, Fashion Dolls, a very special thank you to the one and only conversation. And it's going to be more to Kevin back. Look forward to more collaborations. Look forward to more coming from each and every one of us in the new year of 2026. And if you guys, because he just goes live randomly, oh, his phone must have died. But I'm going to say this. Oh, and you guys can see the beauty up close and in personal. Uh, I want you guys to be intentional about doing something. And not only be intentional about doing something, is Kevin is awesome. Yes, he is an amazing actor, an amazing filmmaker, and I'm going to bring him back on the show. So you guys stay tuned for that. But without further ado, Fashion Dolls, your girl has some redecorating to do because my remember the peacock bedspread chef Sky, it came, the stools came as well too, the trunks came, and I posted them in my stories, but I'll let y'all see them again in case you guys missed them. But my peacock bedspread come right after this. I'm about to go and open it and redecorate because I need some color. I need some green. I need some green, y'all. And I love you too, girl. All right. So say bye bye to Lady Coco. Bye. Say bye bye to everyone. And I will see you guys next week with my colleague Now Time. He will be joining me as well too. So y'all tune in. Till next time.